came crushing in.
Yeah, I mean, there's triple teleport being used. Oh, well, technically 4 teleports were being used because we had the Shen ultimate coming through.
We actually have YellOwStaR going there. He's trying to get the flash away with the Lulu. Hotshot comes in, he misses Rupture, but everyone is actually pouring in from behind. We have Voyboy, we have Jace that are all coming up. The Shen all comes in, and here comes the chain of teleports, one after the other. Kevin tries to jump in, finishing off. Now it's just a cluster. SK completely on the run. They're waiting for ocelote to show up. They're hoping to be able to turn this around. They get the kills, so ocelote lands and cannot quite finish off Voyboy with all these ticks. And because of that, Araneae tries to jump in for a last Q, but he doesn't get it. Ends up losing his oracles, and that fight went on for some time longer.
Yeah, meanwhile, back in the game, we are starting to see a dragon fight forming up here. Bottom lane was actually being closed in on by CLG here. SK backing away from this one. They have got the rest of SK coming down the river, though. Going to follow on. They are going to walk past the ward. Araneae going aggressive. He went straight for HotshotGG. Takes a lot of damage straight away. Voyboy also trying to catch him out there. The Lux ultimate missing most of CLG there. Did manage to catch a few members. They are going to catch in. Voyboy's gone aggressive. There's the Orion ultimate. Ocelot gets caught out. Ocelot drops. Kevin goes down as well. Absolutely destroyed. And CLG certainly coming out on top of this one. They should be able to pick up the dragon off the back of that. SK Gaming cannot contest this one. They need to be careful. They don't even get dived on the turret. But SK Gaming are going to continue to try and cause themselves a nuisance. Araneae is still here. He's got the possibility to get in, get the smite on the dragon. Can he pick it up? You can see Nyph. He's going to try and bide them away. Araneae has been spotted. The Graves goes across. He had a shot there. The Ezreal ultimate trying to steal it, but it was not to be.
That was the combo that CLG wants to pull off. Diana into Orianna, into Lulu, into Rupture. Absolute destruction on all of SK. Really smart play there by Doublelift at the end there. They knew Araneae was waiting in that brush. They threw the smoke screen in to completely blind him of potential dragon steal, so he just had to back away. And with that, CLG pulling out a little bit ahead here.
Doublelift, meanwhile, down this bottom lane. How is it working out this time? You can see Hotshot once again. He gets spotted. He realizes there is a ward there. And actually, YellOwStaR trying to put force and damage down. So we see Bloodthirster already picked up by Doublelift. But Doublelift has that farm on already. We mentioned the fact that he didn't go for that second Doran's Blade. So obviously, with that slight advantage, we are seeing Trinity Force being built up by Doublelift. 2-0.
Snuck into that brush. They don't see him.
And there he is. He managed to miss the light binding, though. That's what he needed to catch. Flashed out of it. I don't say miss it, he flashed it. So it's not really a miss. It forced the flash. So they are going to continue to put pressure on this bottom turret. Can they try and take first turret of the game? We can see Kevin making his way down here as well. He's getting basically bullied by Bigfatlp at the moment. Top tower did go down by Jace, actually. Kevin managed to take that turret down while that replay was happening. It was a while ago, so it is 1-0. So second turret of the game. And SK Gaming, you know, we saw Azubu Frost completely pushing and taking those turrets very early on. We are seeing very much a late turret push. Back to a standard EU NA game.
A little bit, and Doublelift actually with a 1.5 level advantage or so on YellOwStaR. They're now trying to counter this push. They have the promoted minion there once again. They're trying to focus it down, but look how beefy that thing is. They're just powering down this tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they can't seem to stop it, and HotshotGG already with that 6 stacks on the Rupture. It's going to continue on there, manages to blast the silence across, doesn't catch him out. Rupture's going to come down, YellOwStaR Arcane shifts away from that one, no problem. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we are seeing Voyboy and Kevin exchange a little bit of blows there, and just having to both back away from that one. Nothing coming from it. How is Ocelot and Bigfatlp working out in terms of farm? Bigfatlp slightly ahead in that farm, but Doublelift not giving up on Nyph there. Nyph trying to take those columns away. Doublelift just sticking around, saying, no, I'm not letting you have anything for free. And, you know, we talked about the keys to the game earlier on, but you needed to open Ocelot up. He's not been having the chance to free roam again because YellOwStaR is being hammered by Doublelift in this bottom lane.
But one of these things about letting Bigfatlp shine, he's on the Orianna, but everything channels with him. He doesn't need to have to throw a Q into the team. He can just put the ball on top of Voyboy and create the kills for himself. All he has to do is keep his farm up and remember to ult on the right target in team fights, and that's going to be enough for CLG to take these. Whereas you have Ocelot, who doesn't necessarily have things or people that line up his skill shots on Lux. We saw early in that Dragon fight, he missed his ultimate on all 5 because there's not the same setup that CLG has created. So really, this is an environment where CLG has much better team comp synergy.
Yeah, and we're seeing it from CLG. I mean, the Crescent Strike's going in, he's Luna rushing in, he's got the ball on his head, he's getting the Lulu ultimate to knock him up, he's getting the Orianna ultimate to pull him in. He's just got so much control, and then the Rupture just lands on it. It's the easiest Rupture that HotshotGG will ever land in his life, you know, once they're all stacked in that position, and you're guaranteed at least 1 or 2 kills if that were to land, which is why when we get to the Baron fight, it's such a dangerous team comp for SK Gaming.
SK's got to try to avoid that point or just surprise CLG, because for that to be pulled off, everyone on CLG has to be together. They, in essence, have to try to split push CLG a little bit, and that's going to be on Kevin if he wants to get really strong on Jace. Once he gets that Trinity Force, he'll try to pressure around a bit, because right now, Voyboy trying to get YellOwStaR off that tower, but they do pick up their second tower of the game.
So, looks like Doublelift has switched around. Voyboy's gone down the farm. Doublelift is now up top, and the farming continues. 20 minutes gone into this game, just one dragon down, 2-1 in turrets, and the gold advantage currently with the North American Counter Logic Gaming. Of course, their EU brethren are here, and they are watching, and they're going to be playing in Group B later on. So just get confused when I say 2 CLG later on, because the 2 teams are definitely famous in their own rights right now. And at the moment, SK Gaming are very much against it here. They're 1-0 down already, Azubu Frost. They've seen IG play. IG looked phenomenal, even against Azubu Frost. You know, it was such a close game, very back and forth. Against CLG, they just looked so strong. So they realized this is a do-or-die game for both teams.
Both these teams still having to face extremely strong opponents for their third and final game. This is a must-win for both of them. Quite a close matchup so far for CLG and from SK. Split push now coming in from Voyboy. CLG trying to control a little bit. All their teleports are up again, so if they want to force another crazy chaotic team fight, they're going to be able to do that. They're now actually trying to move in to invade, taking control of this game a little bit. What is SK going to do to answer? They have to catch out something with Ocelote. He's got that blue buff. The Lux pick is for a reason. You try to win fights before they start. Light Binding into his E, into that Lux ult, can destroy a squishy in one go. Starting to group up here. Nyph with the Oracles. What will they be able to force?
Yeah, they want to try and find something. They were trying to pick up with any initial roaming ganks to open things up. You know, they could have possibly gone towards the Baron on the back of that if they'd have picked up a couple of kills. Wasn't to be, and there is backing off though. He's got to be careful. There's still heavy CLG presence in this mid lane. We are seeing Voyboy farming up, free farming effectively on that top lane. Already picked up the Zhonya's Hourglass, so I expect to see he's going to be diving in there. So this is what we talked about. He's going to be Luna dashing in there, and immediately they're going to use Zhonya's, and they're just going to pull everything around him, because he doesn't need to do anything. He's just effectively the target.
He is essentially just a channel for that ball to get in there as fast as possible. Great item purchase in that way. Overall, everyone on CLG actually building quite well. The Aegis Legion just completed onto HotshotGG. He beat Araneae to that item, so if they can force a team fight before they get that, his team will have increased armor, magic resist, and damage. Perfect timing for that dragon fight. If Hotshot can get down there before SK forces, this could be a very large battle.
Yes, Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer on Doublelift is definitely ahead of the singular Trinity Force that at the moment YellOwStaR has. Doublelift with that
CLG's going to look to pick a fight here real quick.
They're going to try and catch out. There's the Rupture coming across. Oh, Nyph, he's gone straight in. He tries to pop the absolute zero. Has to back away from that one. Sees the gate, and that's going to be CLG now with the advantage. Really, Voyboy taking the brunt of the damage, and there was not a great deal of it. I've got to be there. Are they going to give up this mud turret for a dragon? I'll be surprised if CLG were to do that. Now they should be able to catch them out. There goes the Rupture. The game doesn't catch it. Voyboy dives in there. Didn't really catch the one he wanted. Did manage to catch the Christian Slash across on towards Ocelote, but did not dive for it. Again, he wants to catch multiple targets there. Seems to be what they're aiming for, and as it is, SK are doing a good job at avoiding the damage, but it seems to be only a matter of time.
SK really trying to keep their distance here. They wanted to trade that mid tower for the Dragon, but CLG was not having it. Now Hotshot trying to take out the wards around Dragon so that SK won't be able to so freely stay away from them. At this point, you can very much tell CLG has the upper hand as SK is just trying to avoid them. Because of the upper hand, they are starting on this Dragon. They're behind them. They're trying to pick this fight. If they can land one Crescent Strike into Voyboy, they'll combo everything.
Oh, Voyboy was in prime position there. He just couldn't quite manage to land it. He saw they had full vision, full 5-man ward, and I thought he was going to pop it across the wall there. Voyboy ready and waiting, but his team weren't quite in position. CLG backing away from this one. They're trying to bait SK into something, I feel, here. Because they are still very much in a stronger situation. They're going to pick up the walls. They are never going to let SK have this turret for free, surely. YellOwStaR is certainly working it down. Ocelote, the collateral damage coming out from Doublelift already. That's an interesting way. The fact that he's used that ulti, not saving him for the end team fight. Already popping that down. That is a big burst of damage. That turret continuing to get pressured. And, well, Bigfatlp had to go to that top lane.
The top lane was pushing extremely strong, which made CLG pull back there. That's why they burned the ultimates on that wave. They really care about holding this mid tower, which just falls. And now they got poked down fairly substantially by Ocelote and Kevin's Shot Blast. Still, neither team really able to fight each other right now. SK dodging around of CLG, and CLG not quite able to get them in their grasp.
I think Araneae are trying to bait something to be pulled towards in there, deliberately going slower. CLG, again, this dance continues as they work their way forward. They've got no turret to defend this time, so I guess they're just going to go for that dragon and say, we've got nothing to lose. Araneae is not there at the moment, so Bigfatlp is a little bit late to the party, which could be an advantage. They do pick up the dragon, though. Araneae trying desperately to get in and smite it. It was not to be. Voyboy picked it up.
That was an extremely close steal. You actually see Araneae's smite went off, but Hotshot did not feast or smite it, which means Araneae barely missed his smite, and then a tick of damage from Voyboy finished it off. So really close attempt there by Araneae.
Unlucky, but Hotshot, I tell you what, he's clearing out those wards. He's picking up a lot of gold in the back of these. One of those counters I'd love to see in League of Legends is just how much he's picking up in wards, how much gold he's burning off it. As it is at the moment. CLG trying to pick up their gold, they will pick up their own one. So we're into it. I guess you could say the mid to late game was 6-3 in favour of CLG. We are pretty close on gold. 3K is not the greatest, it's only a 10% gold difference at the moment, which I guess you could say is a pretty big difference for CLG. Which way are you favouring this one currently, Piat?
If CLG can create team fights on SK, they'll get it. But in the last 10 minutes, all CLG's wanted to do is create a team fight. SK has been dodging them. They're keeping their farm up. And really, if SK is able to pick these fights, they'd have a small chance. I do give SK the favorite right here. A lot of big landmark items are now out for them. They have 2 Trinity Forces out. They got the Rabadon's Death Cap. They've beaten Bigfatlp to that because he went Athene's Unholy Grail. His Death Cap's going to be coming shortly. So a lot of back and forth here. SK still needs to avoid CLG. CLG needs to get their mitts on him. If they don't do that for longer and longer, SK gets a higher and higher chance.
The ability power, once he does get it completed, though, Bigfatlp will be much stronger. So I'm just getting 90 AP off that Athene's. He's only about 30 AP behind the ability power, I should say, rather. Keep things straight here. There was a ping on the Baron there from SK Gaming. Going to see whether they simply want to get in and ward there. They realise that HotshotGG is continuing to clear out all of those wards. Definitely making his money out of that Oracle. As it is, the Oracle on Nyph not really being used to great effect there. YellOwStaR stealing a lot of Ocelot's farm.
And look at this, Bigfatlp is actually 248 to 202 on top of Ocelot, so keeping that Orianna farm really massive, which might be why he's pretty close in that ability power. Things is not a cheap item, it gives a lot of stats, so with that Death Cap, when he completes it, he'll be actually fairly far ahead of SK Ocelot.
Yeah, the one thing that really has been noticed is the fact that Jace, or Kevin I should say, has continued to farm. While the fact that Voyboy's been trying to roam, they've been trying to set up those team fights, but Jace is continuing to pick up all the farm as he goes. Doublelift down the bottom lane, continuing to farm. He's going to show himself vision here. Will SK try and produce something out of the fact that Doublelift is a long way from the fight? He has got teleport though, remember, so he can join in. It's definitely an interesting strategy using those 3 teleports. As it is, HotshotGG does manage to catch out Linebind and HotshotGG. HotshotGG just manages to flash out of the ultimate there. Every ultimate catches him down. The Orianna goes down, but he will get dropped there. That's a 6 stack, but Orianna, oh my god, Araneae just got away down the bottom there from Doublelift. He used his ultimate to get away from it. Doublelift was absolutely burning him and effectively saving himself with the ultimate. They are going to try and collapse in on Doublelift. Voyboy's going to join them, and they're going to back away from this one. Doublelift could take this bottom turret.
They're just trying the split push here. Hotshot getting caught out, but they're trying to capitalize on it. They're just potentially getting themselves in trouble here because this is not the synergy they need. It's strange. They picked a triple teleport, split push team comp, but their team fight ability is all about being together. So Chauster getting cut off by YellOwStaR. Will he be able to train him down?
No, he's not, because he popped his ultimate, flashed away, and then Bigfatlp comes in from the side. Ocelot having to use the shield to save him there as he backs away, tries to pop the ultimate, completely missing, tried to burn down the creep wave, but it wasn't to be. Bigfatlp trying to get aggressive on towards Ocelot there, but Bigfatlp getting caught out. They've got to be careful because this is the split style that SK will be happy to fight. They want the volume ones. It will work out for them. CLG really want to have those 5v5 team fights.
Jace is such a skirmish character. I'm wondering when Kevin's going to try to get these one-on-ones. If someone like Graves on Doublelift or Voyboy's Diana just gets trying to split push, I expect them to send Kevin for them actually instead of Araneae because Kevin can deal with them and Kevin can kill them. Still trying to poke down mid. CLG going really hard for that middle turret.
Yeah, Doublelift definitely burning out the damage now. So
there's a promoted minion up top actually trying to take down that tower.
The Ezreal ultimate going across. This is something we saw them running as well before in the OGN Championships. It almost worked out. He should be able to catch it, but Doublelift the turret will go down eventually.